So let me show you what I've been keeping myself occupied with lately, and that is the lawn. So my lawn this year, trying to make it better than last year, and normally I don't have any way to sharpen my lawnmower blade, and my grass has been looking like shit because of it. So here's what it looks like now, and this is the first cut with a sharpened lawnmower blade, just using a regular bench grinder that I got from Home Depot for 50 bucks. That's all I'm gonna use it for, is basically sharpen my pocket knife and sharpen my lawnmower blade. And it is definitely a lot more even, and it's not as brown on the top, because obviously cutting with the dull blade can cause your grass to turn brown on the top, can cause bad water intake for the blades and all that good stuff. So underneath the trampoline over here, you can see how long it was. And what I do is I move this back and forth. So I'll actually move this to the side every now and again, you know, every other mow, so I can get everything even and not let it grow too long. But right now it's intaking water pretty good. I watered it last night after I cut it, and it looks pretty good. It feels nice and soft. It looks more even. It's probably going to grow more even, and I imagine what's going to happen is my next cut, the blades that didn't make it to the top for the first cut, because maybe they were just damaged, are finally going to make it to the top and make it even more lush. So I got that going on. I water it with a regular brass sprinkler head that I just plug into my hose, and it kind of goes back and forth, you know, the old school kind. And I water it twice a day right now with the 95-degree weather that we're having. Anything 90 or above, I pretty much water twice a day. But today I haven't watered this lawn at all. This is all from yesterday, and it still feels like it's got moisture in it. What I did was I put some grass seed on some of these dead areas, and some of the areas that are kind of looking a little dull, like this over here. And then I covered it with some topsoil. And then I took my aerator and I kind of aerated some of these areas that look a little dull. And then I put some Milorganite fertilizer down. So doing that, I'm expecting this lawn to green up and thicken up a little bit and maybe hold moisture a little better. If you guys know what's causing this over here to turn thin and kind of brown, like this is a thinner type of grass right here. I think this is some of the grass I planted last year, like this right here. This is very thin and it feels kind of like a sponge, not very strong. That's the stuff that's turning brown, and it's kind of looking a little crappy. So hopefully this fertilizer, along with some aeration and some grass seed, will thicken that up. And some of these dog spots here I didn't even bother with, but up here I did. These were from dogs going to the bathroom and just kind of letting it go kind of bare throughout the year. So this year, this is the first major change I've done to this yard, but I think just changing the lawnmower blade or sharpening it will help a lot, and that's probably contributing to a lot of the factors over here. And then just back here, this is stuff I planted last year too, but since this area was so muddy, some dogs went running back and forth and they tore up this area. You can see there's still grass here, and I didn't throw that much grass down when I initially seeded this. I kept it pretty thin. This year I used a rotary hand spreader and threw down some more. I didn't cover it with anything, and I'm not really watering it religiously because this gets a little bit of water and it just takes off, so not worried about that doing anything. But it's these problem areas here that I'm wondering about. If you guys have any details as to how I can fix that. It just seems like the ground is really hard over here, and it's not very easy for the water to penetrate the root system. So I heard you can use some dish soap and actually just pour the dish soap over this area, and then use your spray nozzle and just kind of spray it down. So I might try that. I did in the front yard a little bit on the edges that were turning brown, and we'll see what happens there. But if you guys got any tips for that, definitely let me know. But this is just a trial and error type of thing. And then here, my weed whacker got a little too close to the ground in these corner areas, and it kind of kills it off a little bit. You can see where I just nailed this right here with my whacker a little too close. So I gotta kind of pull back and watch what I'm doing. Some of the weeds that I have here, just a couple dandelions, I sprayed today with some dandelion, or you know, just some standard Roundup for lawns. It does a great job of getting rid of this crap. I estimate by tomorrow it's going to be pretty much dead. But I don't have that much of a weed problem, as you can see. But yeah, I'm just trying to make the grass as good as I can this year. This is a pretty nasty weed that took up this whole area, and I think the best bet for that is to just dig it up and seed again. Or if I can probably try to pull most of this weed out. Or maybe even spraying it with that Roundup will do the trick. I'm not really sure. I'm not a weed expert, I'm not a grass expert, so that's why I'm popping this on here for you guys to see. But let me know what you think about what I got going on here. And let me know if there's anything that you guys would recommend doing that I can change this. And also there's some stuff in the front yard that's kind of doing the same deal. And most of that is just the edges are a little bit dry. So yeah, here it's kind of the same deal. This big dry patch right here seems like that nothing is getting down to the root system and keeping it green. I actually did put some soap there and watered it in. And then along my borderline of the property there, you can kind of see where it's a little bit thinned out and kind of dead around the fire hydrant out there. And then also the very edge to the sidewalk gets really hot back there and causes it to kind of turn brown. So just wondering how I can keep it green or make it greener. You know, the proper way to do this kind of stuff. So thanks for any feedback you guys can provide me on this, and we'll see you guys next time.